Um, hello. Welcome to lesson number two. Um, from our previous lesson, I think you have noticed that we have been describing the tabs on our software. Since this is a practical lesson, we would need to jump into the practical of this lesson or of this series because that's where we do much time in. This was just to show you how um, you can so that you can be familiar with the tools that you'll be looking at on your screen, because every time when you open your software you'll be looking at this. Okay, as you can see, this is a new page. That's why it's written drawing number one. um, then I think last time we wanted to talk about this mesh property thing. Mesh property is where by maybe you've got let's say you are dimensioning for, we have got two, we have opened a project that you've done or that have been done by other guys that has got a lot of projects in it, and you've opened that page and you want to start your own project. Let's say you want to hatch on a roof. So when you want to etch on a roof, you can etch, maybe then it comes as a solid color, but maybe because there's a type of etching that you like that is on other diagrams that are there in the drawing page. You just go and click match property, then you click the original, like the one that you want to paste on your drawing. Then from there you then go and click on your own drawing. It will match the properties of the other drawing that are already there in the diagram, in the drawing. So let's just jump into to the our lesson of today. Okay. I hope you can see my mouse. That's what I want you to see, how I'll be moving my mouse, because that's the practicality of it. Okay, so this is the line. Now we're going back into practical line. It tells you to specify the first point. So what I would do, I'll just go straight into not really a proper way of drawing, but I'll do the easier way for you to. But uh, these lessons are for you to be able to draw house plans of any kind, but in a way that is so efficient and easy. We don't want to do maybe the other ways that go round and round because they are proper, but we can just do it in a way that you'll be able to get your results very fast. So I'll click my first point here, then maybe my second point here. So far I don't care about the dimension. Let's say I just want to do a square. I just want to do a square with what's say, or maybe 300 by 300, no more room, right? Because we are dealing with house plans, so I'll be dealing. My examples will be just in that field. So I'll just draw a horizontal line. I also want to draw a vertical line. A vertical line. Remember, you can see those dotted lines. They are showing me that I'm in the vertical, or I'm in an axis. We have got y-axis and x-axis. So when I move away from the axis, you can see there's no dotted lines. Then because when I go into an axis, they show me that I'm in the x. And all this, they are there. The degree is 270. 270 is an axis. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm drawing my horizontal line. I don't care how long is it. Now I want to specify now. Maybe I want it to be 3 meters by 3 meters. That's in AutoCAD we would want to deal with millimeters. It's so easy to deal with millimeters, though maybe I can dimension it as 3 meters or 3000 millimeters, but my units would be in millimeters. So now, as you can see, there is no join here between these two lines, the horizontal and vertical lines. I'll start by using the extend tool. As you can see here, we've got trim, but if I click the drop down menu, then I can extend it, right? But remember my cursor, I think I did not talk about my cursor. Let me go back a bit. See, when my cursor is like this, there's a square and an axis on it. It's a normal cursor, but when it's holding a function, it becomes a unique. It becomes a box. You can see I've clicked my extent, and you can see now it's just a box. It means it's holding some function. Then I right click my mouse. Now you can see it's saying select the object. So I can now go to the line here. If I go to the line, it then extends. As you can see, then extends. So then I click my right on the right, then it is just extended. For me to then remove the function or to unload so that the cursor goes back to an ordinary cursor, I will press escape or ESC on your computer. Then it's now ordinary again. So now we want to draw a 3 meter by 3 meter room. So you can see now what I will do is I'll use offsets. They are so easy to use, and they are so easy, and it makes life very comfortable when drawing a house plan when you're using offset property. So the offset property is here, this one. So I'll click it. You can see then I can click it, and then you can see before it gives me a box, it's asking me offset. So remember, you are always dealing with this command box here, command tab here. You always have to read what it's saying to you. So it's saying offset in bold. It means that's the function that I have clicked. You see it on all other functions. Then it then asks me specify offset distance. You see, so I'll specify my offset distance here. I'll click here. Then maybe let's say it's 3 meters, so that means 3,000 millimeters. Okay, 3,000 millimeters. Then I'll click enter. See, now it's a box. It means now carrying that function of offset of 3,000 millimeter. So if I click my on the line, this one, it can offset on both sides, this side or this side. But remember, we are dealing with the side, so I'll just click it to the side. For me to cancel this, I have to click escape. But for now, I want a 3 meter by 3 meter room, so I have to go and click again this one. You can see it can go up, it can go down. So I want to use. We've created now our box here. So I'll click escape now. As you can see now, we've got a 3 meter by 3 meter square. So I can now then go on. I'm showing you properties. That's why I'm going to be enjoying to use this frequently. So extend, I'm going now to change it to trim. When I change it to trim, you can see it carries the trim function now. Even on this tab that I was talking about, you can see select the objects that are to be trimmed. You see, before I do anything, I'll do my right click, right? You see, now then it's saying select object to trim. Now it's trimming. As you can see, I can trim this, I can trim this, I can trim double lines, so that you see, now I'm left with my square. This square is 3 meter by 3 meter. It means I've got a normal room. It's an ordinary room, especially in the high density. Of course, we can go up around 2.8 as minimum, 2.7, 2.8. Yeah, but 2.5 is minimum, but it's going to be one of the smallest rooms, and it's not recommended. It's not recommended because ventilation will be a problem in that room. Okay, so this is now the room that we have. Why did I start with this? Because it's going to be the simplest example for us to be working with. Okay, so now I will then, all right, as you can see, this is just a box. It's an outer lines that I've done, or the outer boundaries of the room. Now, I would want us, obviously, we shall be having a wall. So how to draw a wall now? I'm then going to also offset. See, offset function will make you enjoy using this function, the offset function. So offset specify distance. Our walls generally we've got 230 and 115, right? Half brick and full brick, some would call that, especially those who have been, if you are dealing with builders of in the 90s, they talk about half brick and full brick. I think currently you will not find builders maybe with this kind of language. But if you deal with those old Madala, they will show you this what I'm talking about. So it's half brick is 115, full brick is 230. The same. As you also know the dimension of a ordinary standard brick. All right. So let's say it's going to be double. It's going to be a double. It's going to be a double wall or room, double walled room. Okay, I'll click offset and then I'll specify my distance as 230 millimeters, right? Then I come here, I click all the lines, and since we have said the maximum of our rooms, the maximum of our rooms is okay. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, all right. So the offset fraction. So we offset 230 millimeters of each brick. Select object to be offsetted. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so this is 230. This is 230. So it's 200 and 230. It's not giving me what I want. Something is happening to my machine, but I'm trying to offset. Well, let me try to offset to 500. Let me see what's going to be the result. Okay. So we now trim the walls to 230. We now offset the walls with 230 offset distance. So I'm clicking offset, then it's on my command, it's always writing what I've clicked, and then it tells me what I'm supposed to do next. Offset is what I've clicked. Specify offset distance. The offset distance is that full brick wall, which is 230. 230. I hope you can see my mouse. You can go outside or inside, but we are now going inside. Then we also then going to offset all these edges because the walls will be all around. All right. As you can see, now I've come up with this, but what I need to do now is to then trim because the walls have to be continuous, not to have this corner. The walls have to be continuous like this. Then it shows that it's a room. It's a continuous room like this. I've trimmed all these lines that I was trimming. As you can see now, we've got a room with 230 by 230 as let me try and show you from a dimension point of view. You see what we have right now. We have got from here to here. We have got 3,000. It's 3,000 meaning it's 3 meters. Like I was saying, as you can see, this dimension is not the proper dimensioning that we can have in our plan. So what I can do with the mesh property, this concept now will be interfering with each other, or they will be, as you'll be using these functions, you'll be using them all at the same time, because whatever I want to do, you do using any function. So now I want to just make this dimension look like a proper, because I have to start working on it. If I click it, then I start to do some properties on it. Properties. You can then start to work on properties of the dimension. It's a lot of work for you to do when you are to do something that you are when you're working on a project. Let's say it's going to be an overnight. Let's say it's a 1,000 square meter. You'd want to do that property, especially if it's not a double story. Sometimes you just want 1 day, 2 days to finish up. If you're a busy man, sometimes, or if you're a busy person, you'd want to do it in a short space of time. So mesh properties, then you go to, like I was saying, let's say you've got a project like this in your project. Then I'll just go here and click, I'll just go where there are dimensions and try and click on the properties of that dimension. Then I go to my own dimension. Then I click like this. Or you can set up your own properties of a dimension, right? The properties of dimension. Then you right click, then you go on properties. Properties. Now this is properties for the dimension. But now what I'm doing here is something that you're not supposed to be doing every time. You not do projects that you'll be able to finish. All your projects will always be behind because of this one. So you need to have something like uh, that is already there for you to be using so that you won't be doing this every time and again. You won't finish projects and you have a problem with clients always. So I'm trying to come up with a proper. I think you can see the properties are changing now. Text. I'm just dealing on with text. And let me just click 50 again. Okay, as you can see, centered. Yes. Yeah, as you can see, now I can dimension. You can see that I've now dimensioned this. But then I would want to change something again here that I want you to see. Anyway, as you can see, I've dimensioned. Now I can dimension using the properties of this line. I think you see this is a 230 line. You can see you can't see, but this one you can see. So if I click match property, then I click the dimension. You see how it's changed. The cursor now has changed. If I go this side, you see it has changed also. Now this dimensions looks like this, as you can see. So then also when I want to dimension, because I want to dimension this one to match this one to, so that when I add this side, it will be able to give me 3000. So what I'll do is let me close this one, properties for dimension. I'll just go on this command. You can also command. You need to know some shortcuts of commands. I think in a PDF that I'll send next time, I think you see these things popping up. So it's like I can just command dimension continue. Dimension continue is already there. So when I click DIM, then you give me dimension continue. I can just go and click here. But if you want it to be the only one, I'll finish up writing. But I will not finish up because it's now already. So you can see now I'm now continuing from the one that I started with. So if I click here, it's now 2.4. Then I click here, it's 230. Then I enter to stop. You see? Now you can see that we have got a continuation. It's now 230, 230, it's 416. Then if you add it to 2.540, it gives you 3000. It shows me that the inside dimensions of my room is that. So yeah, that's basically it with the walls. Now, what we want to put, I would want to do this single room project up to finish. So what I'll do, I'll start by removing those dimensions. I just wanted to show you something. Now let's continue with our project. We now want to put a door and a window. Obviously, for a one room, it depends on where it is. Most probably, you want to put the window at the back for a one room because you don't have much space. So for a room, what you do, you put a window side by the door so that every opening will be on the one side. So yeah, let's say our front is this one, the bottom part. So I'm gonna start now doing things. I think you should now look at it. So from these examples, this is where you get all sorts of things. Okay, so now I'm looking for a door. I can see this is a door, right? This is a door, so I'm gonna copy this door. This is a door. This is a door. So I've copied this door. I'm copying this door. Oh, I just copied without showing you as. Let me just take this door. This one. Even this one. Yes. Then I'll go on the copy. You see what I did? I start by. Anyway, let's start by clicking copy so that it comes to the command. Then it tells me select objects. Then I select the objects. This is what I want to copy. Then I click. I click my mouse. I right click. Then I just go. When I do a right click, look, it's saying specify base point. Base point is the point where you're going to be copying your width and your object width. So I've just used this. I want to move it to my room. This is my room now. This door is a bit of there's something that is not proper here. Let me just draw a line here, or let me just trim it. Let's see how I can trim it. Okay, I want to trim all this because it's not going to be useful on this door. This one's yes. So I'm taking this door. I'm going to put it at the bottom side, like I was saying. This is the bottom side. You see, yeah. This door is on 115, so I have to adjust it so that it goes to the right position. The right position will be this one, and I have to trim this one. Trim. Then I'll draw a line to this point. I copy this line. How do I copy? Copy, select object, right click, then base point. Then I move it to this point. As you can see now, we have got an opening. Then I'll trim the side. I'll trim where the door is. Whereas when you're drawing a plan, you have to show where the door is by actually having it open. So it's now an opening. As you can see, it's a door now. And it looks like a door for you. I'm deleting that. All right, so as you can see now, we have moved. There's one important thing. I'll be repeating this concept in all my tutorials, as you can see going forward. This door here is opening, but it's opening leaving a smaller side. When I'm opening it like I'm opening it like this curve here, this curve is the path, then the door is this one, the straight path. So what I'm doing when I'm opening a door, I have to open a door into privacy. What I'm saying is, if the door is going to be looking like I'm going to do this proper, I'm not going to talk about this proper, I'm just showing you something. If I'm going to put a door here and I put it on this other direction, as you can see, this door is open. The path now is this one. I'm dealing with the white part. The door is opening like this, and it's opening to this wall, right? But it's giving everything. Everyone who's standing on this door will be able to see everything in this house. So there's no privacy in this house, in this room. So as a bylaw, this is one of the bylaws. As a bylaw, you open into privacy. So this is wrong to put it, the white door that I've put that opens to the wall, that opens to this wall, is wrong to put it like this. Actually, your plan will not be approved. The plan will only be approved when the door is opening into privacy. So I'm just going to ignore that, what I just did there. I'm just going to, yeah. So this is the correct way of doing it. It opens, closing this other side. This side is private. You won't see this side. This whole side you won't see when I'm opening this door. That's it. It's a concept. If you've got somewhere to write, if you're writing notes, write somewhere. Okay. So I think we've got a door now. We now just want to put a window. On this one, for a room 3x3, I think I'll put an ND4. You will learn about windows. I think I'll show you some windows. A room, depending on how big a room is, there is a specific window that's supposed to be put on the window. You cannot put a bedroom window on a toilet. Actually, it will not fit because the toilet is a smaller room on a house. So you have that. Then also there are windows that can fit. You cannot put a toilet window on a bedroom. It's too small. Even the light will not get into the room. Because in the room, we would want light, we would want fresh air, we want a lot of things. Obviously, we have got air bricks, the air vents, but we will not consider, we will consider each item on its own. So, okay, so we're going to take an ND4. I think I'm going to look for an ND4 somewhere, some other side. Well, an ND4, I think here I was using specified. I was just using specified. So on Windows, you can actually do some ordinary windows that are there, especially in high density. You just put windows that are known. But for those who want specific windows, you then do with them using this kind of drawing, whereby you do a window schedule, because like for ND4, it's known the size and how it looks like. So by just writing ND4F, it shows that a person will know. But when you're dealing with, maybe let's say nowadays we've got aluminum windows, you probably would want to specify on something, on the dimensions of that window. So let's say for now, let's work with this. It's window number 1, right? It's too big, but it's too big for this room. It's too big for this room. Let me go for this window number 7. So I'm going to take window number 7. I'm taking the window. I want to copy this window. So I'm saying copy. Then I'll copy this window from this schedule. I copy it as the way it will be looking on the plan, and then I'll take it to my project. This zooming in and zooming out is not so difficult. You can do it from there. Then I'm going to put it aside. All right. So I can see these windows are even bigger. They are bigger than the project that I'm doing. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of this, I'm gonna make it fit on this room. So what do? I'm just gonna make it fit. So that you can see what the representation will be like. All right, these are bigger windows because it's a big house. I think you can see the house that I was opening just now. So I'm taking the window, I'm copying it to this room. So I'm just gonna, it's still bigger. Okay. Anyway, let me just fix it there. I think you'll be able to see this concept as well. Now what I'm doing is now drawing. So you actually figure out some concept. I'm not talking about what other things that I'm doing, because what I'm doing currently is something that's not necessary for this project, for this lesson or two. So I just want to show you how to put a window on a room. That's all. That's the objective of this, what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm going to just edit this window. All right. Okay. All right. Now it's presentable. Now it looks like this. This is my window. So I'm gonna just give it a name, like I'm just gonna give it a name. I have to give it a name. Let me give it a name. This is ND4F. I like those ones because they are so easy to work with, especially for example's sake. ND4F. These are the windows that we normally deal with. So this is a door. This is now the window. I think I'll go straight with this one. I think I'll go straight. So this is the room that we have, 3 meter by 3 meter room. We've been able to draw a room right now. I think there's so many concepts that we've learned and that we've seen here. Then there's a scale factor. Let's say ND4F is too big here. I think you can see this text is so big. I now want to teach you something on scale. I can scale even text. So I click scale. Tells me select the object. I'm clicking the text. Then I click right click. Then it tells me it's base point. Base point. I can click, as you can see my mouse there. I click here. Then it's now acting because of the mouse that is moving. But I don't want to use the mouse to get my scale. It's bigger, so it means that the biggest is 1. So 0 point something will be the perfect thing. So I want it to be 0.7. I think I want it to be 0.7. 0.7. So 0.7 is this. See, now it's now proportional to the drawing. Just to be proportional. ND4F. This room, let's call it Let's call it. Or then now since I've got the kind of font that I want, kind of text that I want, I can now copy it again into my room. Copy it into my room. Then I'm going now to double click on the text. I'm changing what's written on the text now. Let's say this one is gardener's office, right? It's gardener's office. Gardener's office. Gardener. Gardener's office. Office. I don't know what gardener's office is. I just have to. It's gardener's office, right? So obviously, as you can see, I've even labeled this. This. Then maybe let's dimension it. Dimension. You click on this. This is now going to be 230. As you can see, I have played with those properties that I had last time. They are gone now, so I have to do some properties again. But I think it's going to give you so much of a concept. The concept is going to sink in well, to sink in very much. All right, so let me see this. Let me see. Let me see. This is going to be 100. This is going to be 100. Let's see. As you can see, it's going to be 500. No, it's not 500. It's one network. It's going to be 200. 200 is working. 200 is working. 100, the other 100 is not working again. Let's put it as 50. Yes. Okay. So yes, now I have to deal with them with the text. I think the text. Or the arrows. Let me just put it as 20. Let me see. It's going to be looking nice. I'm changing the properties. I'm only changing the properties. 50 is too big. 20 is better. And then 20 also. 20 is better. Okay. Text centered, horizontal. Where is the degrees of the? Is this going to be? Okay. Anyway, let's make it with it like this. Then I have to dimension continues. Remember that? That was dimension continue. Dimension continue. As you can see, I cannot. So I cannot dimension this and this. And I know the things that I will change on these dimensions. But for now, you see, I can have dimension. So I will dimension on both sides to show you have to dimension on both sides because yes, you can see now this one is not the correct way. So I'm not going to change properties again on this one. So I'll close this one. I'll close this tab and then I'll just dimension continues. I'm going to continue dimension. Okay, like this. Then I'll click here. Yes, now I'm gonna go on the mesh property 2. Mesh property 2. I'm just gonna highlight all these things. You see, they've just changed to look nice. As you can see, we have now successfully dimension. We've successfully dimension our. So you can even put dimensions in another color if you want, or those properties. But for now, we have dimensions like this. Now, there's our progress. There's our progress. So what we're going to do in the next lecture, we're going to be putting elevations to this plan. What we have managed to do today, we have managed to draw this house plan, right? Ignore this virus threat protection notification. Then we've managed to identify to label our room, to label our window, to put a door, to put a window. Next lecture we managed to dimension again. We managed to use I think we managed to use copy, mirror. I think I just mirror, but I didn't talk about it. But scale, we talked about scale. Offset was our most important tool in this lecture. Then mesh properties was also most important. Yeah, I think those are things. And trim and extend, those are your friends. every time in the game. Until the next lecture. Now one of them, I'm out.